Sam Harris believes there's no reason to think that, consciousness is limited to the meat computer in our brain. We're just going to lose sight. We're just going to assume they're conscious because it's going to be overwhelmingly convincing. And so we may treat them as it, but we're going to lose sight of actually trying to figure out if that's the case or not. Do you worry about that? Do you think that?
Oh yeah, that's another part of the ethics is
Yeah.
you have to recognize when something's conscious, but that's our only sampling of that is us. Look, it's not hard to determine if a human is conscious or unconscious.
Right.
If you got no brain activity, you're not there. But we, how do you apply those rules to an artificial intelligence that's telling you it's conscious?
Yeah.
And what rule book do you refer to? And the fact is, our only rule book is human. So, but it's not human. So, how do you know if it's misleading you and saying it's conscious when it's not, and it's giving you the answer it thinks you want to hear, or maybe it actually is conscious, and that we grossly overestimated what consciousness actually is. Or, and this would be really interesting, we're never able to get it conscious, and there's a brick wall somewhere that prevents it.
Yeah.
And in that case, then we get to ask the existential question of why are we different from that?
Yeah.
How is it that we're conscious and we can't reproduce consciousness in a machine?
Yep.
All of nature and technology is reproducing something that happens naturally, one way or the other, right? So if you build a rocket ship and launch it into orbit, you are building on nature's allowance for acceleration. So a walking person, or deer or something like that, walking is motion. So you build that up to the rocket, which is also motion. So all of it stems back to natural phenomena, the rules of nature. It only lets you do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And if it decides that there's a rule against creating a consciousness, then yeah, we're going to have some really interesting debates, regarding that. Personally, I think it's reproducible since consciousness occurs with humans. Therefore, it is allowed in nature, and therefore it can be reproduced.
Yeah.
That's my thinking. But I could be wrong, and anything could happen.